transition here. Blessed to be here. Tomorrow is the 4-year anniversary of the traumatic brain injury I sustained. If you don't know, I was assaulted working as a waiter by what I like to say 3 angels that came in that night that God sent, the universe sent, divine codes, the angels, whoever sent, whatever sent, wherever they came from, to realign my mission in life. See, at the time I was working as a waiter, I was playing in a metal band, and I had my career as a videographer and video editor, video producer was just about to get some traction. I had just started getting emails and people reaching out to me just out of the blue. My name was starting to get around. But in the midst of all this, playing in the metal band and working as a video editor, I'm experiencing just incredible chronic pain all the time. And I had been experiencing chronic pain for 10 years leading up to this, as I taught myself how to play the bass guitar. And it was my method for transmuting pain and suffering, the suffering that I personally felt, and then the suffering that was going on in the world. And so through this playing, I would end up going in circles, right? Where I would take this pain and suffering and I'd express it and get it out in the metal music, but I would be doing it in a tense way. And I would be almost like circling the energy and not spiraling it up and out and back into the toroidal field that we all exist in. So there's this fundamental shift that's happening right now on planet Earth where we're moving from acting like the brain is a hard drive into the brain is a receiver. So my brain was acting like a hard drive where it was just running the same program over and over and over again. Like Albert Einstein says, the definition of insanity is just doing the same thing over and getting the same results and not changing. And that's exactly what I had been doing for about a decade. Even with my videography work, the editing process, my hands would just literally be shaking. I was drinking tons of caffeine. I was just not well, and I was holding it down from a work grind, just put your pain and your sorrow away and don't connect with yourself. Have you worked out like the sun? I work out in the sun. Actually, I just was out here in the morning in the sun. I work out. Yeah, I take my clothes off. I work out. It's great. So what we're talking about here is the recovery from the traumatic brain injury. Tomorrow is the 4-year anniversary of the traumatic brain injury that I sustained. And in honor of that, I created 14 unique and 17 soundscapes, because like I was saying previously before you all hopped on down there in the comments, I was in a metal band 4 years ago, and the music I was playing was just causing me pain and causing me suffering. I love metal music. I still play metal music. I still listen to metal music, but the traumatic brain injury aligned me on my path to create intentional, precise healing soundscapes that help people, help myself recover from a traumatic brain injury, and actually help these dudes, this guy Ted Loki down here. These guys love the soundscapes I create. If you check the link in the description, that will send you to where you can purchase this soundscape. So the reason that you'll purchase these soundscapes is because it comes from me directly to you. You can stream this on Spotify, but do you want to be streaming something where the former, CEO owner of this is literally investing in AI technology that's killing people around the world? Now, personally, I don't care what people do out there. It doesn't make a difference to me. You can invest in AI technology, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, get this download from me to you and pay for it, because by paying for it, you invest in the intention of relaxing your nervous system and becoming the highest version of yourself. That's 100% locked in. All right, I'm gonna check out, see what some of these comments say. I don't know you, but you seem like someone who knows chakras, meditate, and don't eat animals. Brother, I do know about chakras 100%. In the Soundscape pack, there is a 15-minute chakra tune-up, which is specifically designed to help you tune your chakra centers. I do eat meat currently, but I am on board with the fact that eating meat is not in alignment with the highest esoteric wisdom, but we might be at a point. I am Hindi, you speaking. I'm speaking American, United States of America, English. But yes, if you're watching this right now, I consider go subscribing to the channel and consider checking out the Soundscape pack that is linked in the description below. This will help me continue to recover from a traumatic brain injury. You can also send me donations directly. And if you'd like to do that, let me know below. I'll put my Cash App or whatever you want to send me money on. The vision is to create soundscapes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel you about the vegetarian. So like, the issue is that our society just is not set up. It's not conducive to people obtaining alternative methods of nutrients. So there's people that talk about like, it isn't even the amount of calories you're eating, it's the intention that's in the food. So if you tried being a vegetarian for 2 years, it's like, where's that food even coming from? There's so much toxicity that we've pumped out into the planet that you have to know your farmer directly. You have to know exactly where that food is coming from. You know what I mean? And that's a big mission of what I'm doing here with Soul Transition, is get back to the garden mindset, right? You can be, so this house over here that I'm living in, I'm not even living in, it's a completely moldy house. We don't live in it. We thought we were going to live in it. It's a messed up situation. Even in this house, I can go stand in here and still be in the garden, right? You can still make a garden right now because these plants are getting cold. This is what my fiance does. She still make a garden right here. This house is completely moldy. It doesn't matter though, because I'm in the garden. It's a mindset type of, hey, nice flowed. Fierce flow, appreciate that. Yo, I just decided to let it out today for this live stream. What we're talking about right now is tomorrow is the 4-year anniversary of a traumatic brain injury that radically changed my life. And in that brain injury, I started creating intentional bass soundscapes that helped me heal, helped me relax, helped me be the highest version of myself. And now we just got them pumping over here. So I was in a metal band. I played hard rock music. Yeah, I played hard rock, metal music, and I was in constant pain for like 10 years of my life. And yeah, so I started creating these intentional based soundscapes because I've always been a musician and I've always locked it in with the frequencies and the acoustic vibrational field. And yeah, so as a musician, as an artist, it's difficult because you want everyone to access everything you create completely for free. And for a long time, I mean, there were times where I was burning money. I was lighting money on fire because they taught me to hate money and to push it away when money is really just an energy exchange. And so I had to learn how to go and ask people for money. And that's what I'm doing with the Soundscape Pack, is asking people for money or subscribing to me or sharing these sounds, or go listen to them on YouTube and relax and chill out 100% of the time. These live streams, I always get on here with an intention of talking about one thing, and then people leave comments below, and then I just start talking about tons of different things. And so I appreciate you all. I got 3 people on here right now. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe to the channel and purchase the Soundscape Pack in the description below. I love all y'all. I'm sending my blessings to y'all. Here's an Om for you. A-U-M. Om. For panhandling. Bro. For panhandling, that's a wild question right there. Dude. All right, it's a tough question for me to answer because I haven't quite been in that situation myself. Although the situation I'm in right now is not panhandling, but is semi-homeless. Luckily, I do have a place that I can be. I would say, man, it's, hey, what up from Scotland? How you doing? Jeff's YouTube HQ. Bro, I don't know who's still in here. We got one person. If that's you, Jeff's YouTube HQ. This live stream has been about me. Tomorrow, it's the 4-year anniversary of a traumatic brain injury I sustained. I was working as a waiter, was trying to protect a female coworker. I ended up getting punched in the face, thrown on the ground. It was not a cool moment. And yeah, that changed my life. And I went from playing metal and hard rock music and being in constant pain all the time to creating intentional soundscapes that help me heal. And so I'm saying hi to you, Jeff. In the description below, you'll see a link to the Soundscape pack. There's 14 unique tracks, 17 sub, bro. Hey, I appreciate that. Much love to you. Scotland, I'd love to get out there one day. That's a beautiful place. Yeah, I'm Irish myself, and you know, it's a beautiful part of the world over there. I was living in Asheville, North Carolina, where they say that the mountains and the hills of Scotland back in Pangea were connected to the mountains that are down in Asheville, North Carolina. And that is a super interesting connection energetically, because there's a lot of people that look like me with this hair and this kind of like reddish beard. Oh, we got 0 people up in here now. Shasty my geisty. Well, it's been a beautiful day talking about these intentional soundscapes. My name is Zach Scanlon. This is Soul Transition. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Much love. Peace. Oh, we got 2 more people up in here. 2 people. What up? All right. YouTube must have been behind. Yeah. I just love it. We got people. People are back. All right. So this is Ted right here. Says, nice to meet you. He likes playing with the ball while I do live streams. And I like hanging out with y'all. So these soundscapes that I created, let's talk about the tuning standards that, I don't know if y'all are musicians or not, but basically the way it goes is that there's 12 notes in Western standard tuning. In other traditions, there's 24 notes. Like if you look at a lot of Indian music, it's 24 notes. But in Western classical tuning that took over the world in a lot of senses, there's 12 notes that are tuned to equal temperament tuning. What that means is that each note is the same distance acoustically away from the previous note. Now, what that did was it meant that classical music, it meant that violins and pianos and, you know, like if you got a whole choir going on here and you got all these instruments over here and you got all these instruments over here, all those instruments are going to need to be in tuned, right? So first off, everyone say hello to everyone else in the comments. We got 3 people in here. We got 6 likes, thumbs up. If you haven't, go subscribe to the channel. I'm Zach with Soul Transition. I create intentional soundscapes to help people relax. And back to the tuning standards. So these 12 notes aren't precisely where they should be if you want them to be the most relaxing. So there's a guy named Robert Edward Grant. Now we're down 4-2. Your numbers might not be showing me the same numbers up here. I got 6% battery life. We're keeping it rolling. All right, let me explain this tuning standard. So, Robert Edward Grant in 2020 published a research paper that talks about precise temperament tuning. And 2 of the things that I love that it does is it takes the perfect fifth and moves it to its divinely nature-appointed location. Basically, it moves it 2 cents, which is like CENTS, which is a measurement in tuning standards, into its precisely aligned location. When you do this, along with the distribution of the other 7 notes in the scale, it creates an incredibly grounding and a relaxing effect for the nervous system. So he also takes the major third, which interestingly enough, the major third was banned by the Catholic Church. Really, the third in general was banned by the Catholic Church from like the 800s to the beginning of the Renaissance. Because if you're familiar with music and you play a major third, in my opinion, the major fifth feels very masculine and stable, while the major third has this tendency to be like very feminine and fluid. And that note was literally banned by the Catholic Church because of the way that it can stoke your consciousness and open you up to more experiences in life, and you know what the Catholic Church did with like the feminine energy and all that. I mean, it's a whole story there, but this tuning standard, when you tune into it and you create these precise temperament tracks, really, I mean, I have so many experiences where I start creating these soundscapes, and we got Ted over here with the ball, but I'm gonna come over to the soundscapes again and just show people what's up. I have so many experiences when I'm creating these soundscapes where I will absolutely hate the sounds that I'm making because I'm at a lower vibrational frequency, and about 15, oh, here we go. Here we got the sounds coming out now. You should be able to hear that. So this one right here, hard expansion, 639 hertz. This one in particular, when I was creating it, I hated it and I was having a terrible time. And then when I was finished with it, I was in love, because I recognized that in the creating of the soundscape, I was distributing and moving all of this darkness or dark energy or dark tendencies or more shadow consciousness, and I was negotiating with it and transcending it and creating this soundscape. Murdoch, man, yeah, a blunt would be sweet right now. Although I try not to smoke like that in the middle of the day, because then it just kind of throws me off. But it is an exciting day because tomorrow is the 4-year anniversary of the traumatic brain injury that I sustained when I was assaulted working as a waiter 4 years ago. I was trying to protect a female coworker, and it turned out that I got thrown on the ground, punched in the face. Yeah, you guys start smoking up in here. Let's go. And then go listen to the soundscapes and purchase the soundscape pack in the description below. A lot of those would be great to get just smacked on and sit back and just listen to them. I can tell you I've done that on numerous occasions, and in the creative process of them, there have been many times when I have been sitting with the THC and the cannabis and just locked in the zone, sitting there meditating and creating these tracks. So my phone is at 4% battery. We got a guy named Ted right here. I love all y'all. I'm sending you all these blessings. What I would like for you to do is subscribe to the channel, and I also create custom intentional soundscapes. So if you're somebody that's like, yo, I like these soundscapes, but I wanted to lock it in for my life, I need something specifically for my astrological coding, I need something specifically that is for me, for sleeping, for focusing, for my family, for waking up in the morning, for whatever it is that you might potentially need in your life, I work one-to-one with clients to help create something that's gonna really lock you in and help you access your highest potential and really begin to understand that it all comes from inside. The change that we want to make in our life, it all comes from tuning our tempo. But with that said, you can shape the environment around you. Like, one of the reasons why I'm out here in nature, I work outside as long as I can, is because I don't want to work inside. I want to be out here. Who wants to work inside? It's way chiller out here. It's grounded. I got these trees I can walk up to and literally just be like, what up, tree? How you doing today? I can say what up to the leaves. You know, I got my shoes on right now, but I could take them off if I want to. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't really know. I have got shoes on because the house is dirty and I don't want my feet to get all messed up in there. And it's kind of cool here right now. And yeah, I know Vans, these shoes, like, got rubber soles and all that shit, but you got to do what you got to do out here in life. 100%. So I'll trust that you people in the comments are now smoking a blunt. I'll trust that the rest of your days are going to be blessed. Please go subscribe to the channel and go check out the stand store and get in touch with me. Are you from Vikings, bro? I'm not from Vikings, but I can guarantee you that I got past life situations of being a Viking. I would 100% be down with the boys to eat some psilocybin mushrooms and go berserker on some helpless souls. I'm just kidding. I don't actually want to do that, but I can understand the perspective of someone who would want to do that, because we are all just one, and time and space is a complete illusion. You know that, right? Time and space isn't even real. So like, I'm you, you are me, and we're just the same thing, and that's just how it goes out here. And these soundscapes that I create, yeah, Freedom 140. That's the thing that people don't want, is they got a really hard time. God, prayer, love, and light. Salute to that.